Name a game where your best friend, Hitler, and Mario can all talk to each other in the exact same room. What do you mean real life? Maybe free will was a mistake. Tomodachi Life! That's the game that I was talking about in the intro, that I was referencing. Also, in the intro. Wowzers. So Tomodachi Life, let's talk about it. Tomodachi Life was a game released on the 3DS back in, I believe, 2013, and you know, apart from all those bee noises I just made, the game itself was actually pretty good. I really like it, and a lot of other people really did. Now, why did people like it? Well, as I said in the intro, you can have literally anyone there. You can have anyone from Mario to Hitler to the penguins from Antarctica. Literally anyone can be there. So yeah, let's get into it. So unlike some other 3DS games, which I will not be mentioning, or I will mention, but unlike some other 3DS games, Tomodachi Life is actually a pretty good game. Wow, game! Wow, game! Wow, game! Wow, game! Wow, game! Ew. What the hell is this? And Tomodachi Life, unlike games like that, is actually a pretty unique game. In fact, it's one of the most unique games I've probably ever played. Tomodachi Life's whole point and its whole thing is that you can have these Miis, which are Nintendo's avatar people, and you can put them on an island and have them all talk to each other and interact with each other and do random things. What are those random things? Well, sometimes those random things can be proposing to each other on the beach, and sometimes those random things can be making a news report about the randomest thing ever. Breaking news! They're putting water in our microplastics! I'm telling you, they're putting water in our microplastics! The microplastics aren't even safe to eat anymore! There's also a clothing shop and a food shop where you can, guess what, buy clothing and food. Wow, really? I usually buy food from a meth dealer. The game itself doesn't really have any specific defined goal. It's not like a Mario game where you're supposed to get to the flagpole, or like a Sonic game where you're supposed to want to kill yourself in the shortest amount of time. It does, however, have, again, things you can do with the Miis. For example, solve their problems. You see, the Miis all live in this giant apartment building. There's only one of them on the island, but they all live there, and you can go in there and solve all their problems. They'll have this little squiggly bubble thing above their character, and if you click on it, they'll tell you that they're suffering from something, either want, or disease, or starvation. And depending on what it is, you can help them in a different way. For example, with starvation, you can feed them some of the worst things known to man, and they might like it, or they might disintegrate. There's also relationship and friendship bubbles. You click on a friendship bubble, and that Mii might want to resolve a dispute they've had with another Mii on the island, or become friends with that Mii, or figure out how to become better friends with a Mii they're already friends with. And relationship bubbles are a Mii that wants to either go and propose to a Mii, or go and confess their affection for them, or break up and divorce with them, which is a thing they can do. There's also Miis that want to play, because you can play little mini games with the Miis and get prizes from them. These mini games can range from anything from catching an object to dusting a Mii's nose. There's also the theme park area, where you can go and watch your Miis have fun on the different rides, and there's also some little things you can do there. Every single location has some little events you can go and do there, apart from the shops, I'm pretty sure. For example, at the theme park, you've got Tomodachi Quest, which is a little mini RPG you can play, and you can go to the end, and if you beat it, you get a little cool item from it. That's always neat. There's also Quirky Questions, where you can ask your Miis random fun little questions that are completely harmless. You can customize the questions, by the way, so you can ask them literally whatever you want. There's also the music theater, where you can literally make music with the Miis. Not good music, but you can make music with them. On the beach, you can do little suggestion things, where all the Miis go and you draw two things in two boxes, and they'll choose between the two things. This is a great way for deciding of what you want to do that day. Well, the Miis decided. Guess I'm robbing a bank today. The game itself also had some street pass functionality. When two Miis marry each other, they can have a kid, and that kid you can either choose to stay on your island and become boring like every other Mii, or they can become an adventurer, meaning that if you street pass with someone, they'll go to that person's island and explore around there. And they'll come back to your island occasionally as well, with pictures from their visits. This is actually a pretty cool feature, and there was also the fact that you had the ability to trade items with people. Every single island had its own custom export, and if you street passed with someone, you'd be able to get their export, and they'd be able to get your export as well, so you could trade items like that. And all the items in the game, you know, there's all of those as well. You can feed them, you can clothe them, you can change how their rooms look, you can make them hallucinate. It's great! Tomodachi Life itself, honestly, it's a pretty good game. I like it. It's probably one of Nintendo's goofiest and quirkiest games because it really is goofy and quirky. You've got all the dream sequences where they'll just dream about the most random things ever, and that's pretty much what the game is, just random things happening with whoever you happen to put on your island. It can be anyone, so it really can get pretty crazy at times. And because of that, I like the game. Most people liked the game when they played it. It was one of the better selling 3DS games. In fact, I think it might have been the best selling, if not the second best selling 3DS game. It was such a good game. And, well, there's another one coming along very soon, in 2026. That dates this video, but I really don't care. So, yeah, there's a new Tomodachi Life coming along, where, well, they'll probably fix the one and only controversy the original game actually had. Gays! Yeah, gay people. They exist, but not in Tomodachi Life. That's illegal there. In Tomodachi Life, you couldn't have a relationship between a man and a man. You could have one between a man and a woman, and you could have them be girlfriend and boyfriend, but there was no boyfriend and boyfriend or girlfriend and girlfriend action. That just was not allowed. It went against the laws of physics there. However, Nintendo said that if they were to ever make another Tomodachi Life game, that they would amend this. And, well, looks like they're going to be making a new Tomodachi Life game. So, looks like they're probably going to amend that. So, what does that mean? It means you can have anyone in a relationship with anyone else on the island. So yeah, final verdict? Next Tomodachi Life, I can have Hitler and Stalin in a gay relationship with each other. So honestly, Nintendo's got my money.